Mic check, mic check. This is Mr. Batch, and I'm glad you've clicked in so I can check in with you. Today is Monday, September 2nd, 2013, the unofficial end of summer. Well, they say that due to the fact that kids and adults alike have to go back to school. But that shouldn't stop you from going to your favorite beach, park, lake, river, brook, wherever it is that you like to go outdoors and enjoy yourself and enjoy the outdoor weather. That shouldn't stop you so long as the weather is good and you like the way the weather is, and go out there and have some fun. For me, being here in New York, as you know, and if you don't know, now you know, it's 152 days until Super Bowl XLVIII. Yes, I like saying the Roman numeral thing. That's Super Bowl 48, being held here at MetLife Stadium in the greater tri-state area. Oops, man, I just made a Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated reference. So if you guys know what that Doofenshmirtz, sorry, I had to stick that in there. I couldn't help it. The greater tri-state area. I'm sorry. Okay. Mr. Batch continues. 152 days until Super Bowl 48 being held here at MetLife Stadium, the home field for the Giants and Jets. Now, real quick, I'm going to get into that probably in another video that I'm going to post. But real quick, it's 82,500 seats at the stadium. There's going to be seat kills. For the media, that is. And there's going to be 30 international broadcast booths and additional support spaces. The tickets, let's see. New Orleans had face value tickets of $950 and $1,250. You know that's going to be up for us. The original Super Bowl I, the tickets was $12, $10, and $6. Super Bowl 47, which was in New Orleans, was $12.50, $9.50, $800, $650. Wow, I wonder what the price is going to be like here in the New York area. Just a few days ago, there was a report on the news, and television reports that they've already been looking into seeing what a lot of the hotels are charging 3 and 4 times their rate when it's going to come, because you can get a room for like $55, and then when it comes Super Bowl weekend, it's going to cost you damn near $1,000. Woo, baby! What do you expect? It is one of the greatest spectacles that there is. And if you didn't know, the Farmer's Almanac has predicted that there will be a snowstorm in this area around that time. That is going to be very interesting to have a snowstorm for a Super Bowl, a real cold weather game. Now, that shouldn't make a difference because football is played in any kind of weather, except for lightning. It's played in any kind of weather, but the Super Bowl is the only game that's played in a totally controlled, great weather environment. So let's throw a little something into the mix, because when I play Madden 25, I like mixing it up, going to a different field. Yes, this old dude is a gamer, and he enjoys Madden 25. And I'm glad that they brought back the franchise mode. Now, me and my buddies, we can really get into it. The franchise mode offline. They didn't have that offline franchise mode in last year's edition, but in this year they do. And there's 2 covers for the Madden. The Madden 25 for the PS3 features Barry Sanders, one of the greatest running backs I ever seen run. And for the PS4, you've got Adrian Peterson. I was watching the game when Barry Sanders put the move on Woodson for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he blew out his knee. Barry Sanders came up, said, ho, ho. Woodson planted, and that's it. Went down like a house of cards. That was like, whoa, what happened to money? But Mr. Batch continues. Now, I'm going to make it real quick here. I'm going to be talking about 8 new head coaches that we got in the league real quick. And I've got 3 coaches that I think are going to be on the hot seat this year. All right, let's get hot and heavy on the 8 new coaches for 2014. All right, we got Chip Kelly. Hey, that's for my guys out there in Sports Chat 503. What's going on, my buds? All right, Keep it coming, man. I love your stuff. Love your stuff. All right. He came out of Oregon, and when he was at Oregon, he had ran up a 45-7 record. So he's coming in. He's bringing that fast pace. Let's go gadget skates, keep it running, keep the heat on him. Will he be able to keep that up with Michael Vick? That is left to be seen. You know, Michael Vick gets hit a lot of turnovers over the year. Let's see how that works out. First year head coach. Now, what happened with the Eagles is 4-12 last year. Missed the playoffs for the first time in consecutive years since 1998-99. All right, they have a bye week in week 12 in this 2014 campaign coming up. Now, the next coach up on, who's new for first year head coach, Bruce Arians. He's had 37 years coaching. Last head coaching stint was for the Colts while Chuck Pagano was sick, and he's known to have worked well with coaches a la Big Ben and what he's done with Andrew Luck. You're seeing what happened last year. Now let's see what he's going to do with Carson Palmer this year in Arizona. Now Arizona last year was 5-11 out in the NFC West, and their bye week is week 9 for this year. All right. Gus Bradley, Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, the Jacksonville Jaguars was 2-14 last year. This year they have a bye week coming up on week 9. Now, man, at 2-14, of course you're going to do a change. Got to go, get them out of there. Now, last year they was 30th in total defense. Now, he's 46 years old. He was last the Seahawks defensive coordinator over the past 4 seasons. And as you know, the Seahawks allowed only 15.3 points, a league low last year in points allowed. Now, bringing something to the table. Now, you got Blaine Gabbert and Chad Henne as your quarterbacks. I don't know how far they're going to get. All right, next one. Rob Chazinski, Cleveland Browns. Now, they were 5-14 in 2013. They're in the AFC North. This year, their bye week is in week 10. He's 44 years old, and what better? Wouldn't you want to do this? Come on. He is a hometown kid. He's from Toledo, Ohio. Now, he was with the Cleveland Browns in 07 and 08 and helped them win 10 games. Now, as you can tell, last year they were 5-14, so they had to make a change. Now, he was the Carolina Panthers offensive coordinator over the last 2 years, and he's known as a read option coach. So let's see how that works out for the Cleveland Browns. Now, moving right along, Doug Marrone out of Syracuse. He's with the Buffalo Bills, talking about getting your new job and just heading down the turnpike. Wow. This man played offensive line. He was 4 years. He played offensive line in the pros. Yes, he was a pro ball player for a hot minute. All right. And he was 4 years New York Jets offensive line coach, 3 years New Orleans Saints offensive coordinator before he went up to Syracuse. Now, as you know, Kevin Cobb got the concussion. Manuel, he's out with an injury, and they might have an undrafted free agent quarterback in all of modern football history start on opening day. Now, last year the Bills were 6-10, and they're in the AFC East, and this year their bye week is in week 12. All right, Mike McCoy, San Diego Chargers, 41 years old. In 2011, he was the Denver Broncos offensive coordinator. He was the man behind Tebow and what he did against the Pittsburgh Steelers in that playoff game. And he was able to get a package where he was successful. Tebow has not been successful since he had left Denver. And in my opinion, when he left Denver, he should have went to Jacksonville. Son, not everybody's cut out for the bright lights of New York City. Mr. Match continues. Now, as you already know, Mr. Mike McCoy also helped mold the offense so that Peyton Manning would be successful up there in Denver. Now, the reason he got that job, it was reported that he came into his interview with full details. My man probably had, well, I was going to say a suitcase, but he probably had a laptop with a PowerPoint presentation covering everything from the off-season workout schedule to meal plans. And that's probably, if you're that thorough when you're coming into your interview, you know what they say, this guy, he wants the job. He's already made a plan for our organization. hired. That's what they did. That's what it looks like. So they were 7-9 last year, the San Diego Chargers. They're out in the AFC West. This year, their bye week is Week 8. Now we're moving right along to Andy Reid, Kansas City Chiefs. They were 2-14 last year, and they had to make a change. You know, when you get like that, somebody's got to go. You know, this year their bye week is in Week 10. Now, he is the only coach that was a head coach, and he got recycled real quick. You know, he was let go, took some time off, put out his feelers, got the interview, got hired. It was like quick, fast, and a hurry for my man. Now, he replaces Romeo Crennel, and along with Romeo Crennel with the house cleaning was the GM Scott Pioli. Now, the new GM for the Kansas City Chiefs is John Dorsey. Now, he worked with Andy Reid in Green Bay, and both of those men will report to the CEO, Clark Hunt. Now, Andy Reid's resume had read like this. He was 140, 102, and 1. 5 trips to the NFC Championship game and 1 Super Bowl appearance. That's some sort of resume. So let's see what he does with Kansas City and with Alex Smith to see if he can get him. Well, he was rolling before he got hurt in San Francisco, and then they put Kaepernick in, and then, as you know, the rest was history. So that's the Kansas City Chiefs. And the last one on my list here, well, as everybody should know, is Mark Trestman of the Chicago Bears. Last year, 2012, they were 10-6. They're in the NFC North, and this year their bye week is Week 8. Now he replaces Lovie Smith, who took them to Super Bowl XLI in 07, and as you know, they lost to the Indianapolis Colts. Now, Trestman, 10 teams over 17 years, 2 tours with the Minnesota Vikings. Spent the last 5 years as head coach of the Montreal Alouettes, and he came away with 2 CFL titles. Wow, the man might be ready. So this is Mr. Batch and the 8 head coaches that are in the league for the first year. Well, except for Andy Reid. We've got the 8 head coaches. But let me leave you with this. The 3 coaches that I think that are going to be on the hot seat. Carolina Panthers, 7-9 in the NFC South. They were 4th last year. Ron Rivera, 3 years. If they don't, my thing is they don't even get into playoffs, he's gone. Dallas Cowboys, 8-8, NFC East, plays 3rd. Jason Garrett, 4th year. As you know, they got rid of the defensive coordinator. Callahan is now going to call the offense. They brought in Kiffin, 70-some-odd-year-old guru of the defense, so they've revamped a few things. My opinion, he's got to get past more than 1 round in the playoffs if he expects to keep his job. And last on this list, and as you guys already know, come on now. New York Jets, 6-10, AFC East. They were 4th. Rex Ryan, 5th year. He's out. I don't know if he's gonna make it the whole year. I don't know. Would the Jets do that? Just might, because they're going to start Geno Smith. Sanchez is done after 2 years. You know, he was looking great in the NFC Championship game. Then the AFC Championship game, 2 trips, his first 2 years. Then they started dismantling the team, and then they brought in Rex Ryan, and it's just been a fiasco. You should see how the newspapers here in New York treat him. It's night and day, the Jets versus the Giants as far as organizations go, and how they do things, how they operate in the media, how they overall are as a franchise and as a team. Well, this is Mr. Batch, and hey, football season is here, and I got a few more stuff that I'm going to be posting online, and hey, I'm out of here like I stole something. Peace.